Boys, today we're going to be talking about every single thing that you should be grinding in MLB The Show right now. There are a ton of really good grindable programs and a ton of stubs to be made. So we're going to be talking about how you guys should be using your time. I understand that school started. A lot of guys are kind of on a time crunch. Today we're going to be talking about what you should prioritize and kind of some of the things that you're really going to regret if you don't do, especially whenever Finest comes out. You could be biting yourself in the back. But before we get into today's video, make sure that you guys drop a like and a sub, and let's get right into it. If you guys want cheap stubs and want to avoid the marketplace, go to u4gm.com and make sure you use my code Brady for 10% off your purchase. Really fast, easy, and a lot of fun. First things first, the best thing to grind in the game right now is the postseason event. This thing is crazy. It's crazy, especially if you don't have 99 overall Fernando Tatis. If you don't have Tatis, guys, you have got to grind it. You've got to grind it to get Tatis. He is so good. And on top of that, you're getting Anthony Santander, who is disgusting. But personally, if you are grinding this program, you're selling Santander. Although he's a really good card. He's a really good card. 380k, that's like a third of Trout. I'm selling him. I'm selling him. And then if you sell Bradford too, you're going to be getting like 400,000 stubs. 400,000 stubs is a ton. It's a ton. You can get a lot of cards in the game, other than like the really good God Squad cards. But it's just because a lot of people don't want to grind it. And it's just the type of part that we're in the game right now. Like, we're at this point in the game to where nobody really cares about grinding things, and a lot of people have a ton of stubs, so they just want to end up not having to grind anything, so they can just do the collections and finish that Division Series program that I made a video about. But the number one thing you guys should do, please, if you have time, grind this program. It is so good. Get 20 wins in it. Get yourself a 99 overall Tatis if you haven't been playing in a while, and you're going to be thanking me for it because there's so much here. The next best thing that you guys should be grinding right now is the Battle Royale program, because the Battle Royale program has a ton of good set 4 cards. Yu Darvish, Nelson Cruz, James Wood. Nelson Cruz definitely the best out of them in my opinion. Really good swing, awesome card, and not a lot of really good Nelson Cruz cards this year, so it's kind of refreshing to see him have one. Darvish isn't a bad arm, and I think James Wood's pretty bad. It's just that Darvish, I don't know, sometimes these cards get really railed, but the thing about his is that he's got 99 control on the heater, 97 control on that slurve, and the sinker's got 94 control as well. So really good command on all of his pitches, which is just nice, because whenever you're throwing somebody with better stuff, but they have horrible control, you go perfect to pitch, and it will go nowhere where you just perfect it. You can perfect the pitch on pinpoint on the inside corner. It could just be right down the middle. So Yu Darvish, really good arm. Lots of these guys are really good, and on top of that, a ton of core cards. And the reason why I think the core cards are so important, and I'm starting to kind of hold on to them, is I feel like there's a big collection coming. You're really gonna bite yourself in the butt whenever these cards turn to be like 30, 40,000 stubs, because not a lot of people have them. They need them because of the core collection. Like, they're going to drop a big core collection. If they don't, they're selling, but it's just that point of the year where MLB The Show is wanting to gain back our traction. MLB The Show player count has been going down. Views have been going down like crazy. So we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of these like core cards, because whenever people start to come back to the game for Finest and big collections, whenever they try to make one last push at the end of the year, this is going to be where these type of cards, like, they're going to go for a lot of stubs. They're going to go for 30, 40,000. Some of these cards that are just so random, like Jesse Winker is going to go for 40k just because nobody has him. So just hold on to these guys, and later, whenever that big core collection comes out, you can be like, all right, I want to keep these guys. I want to get rid of them. Just kind of something that you'll just be so angry. You'll be so angry in like a month or two whenever they make the last kind of push towards Christmas. You're just going to want to make sure that you are holding on to these guys, okay? So make sure that you're holding on to these guys. I'm not going to go too in-depth about my stub making method that I did just a couple of days ago, but basically use showzone.io to grind stubs. I'm going to link a video at the very end of this video that's going to go over my in-depth stub method, but if you haven't seen that and you're really wanting to get stubs, number one, play the event. The event is better than my stubs method, and that's just how it is. My stubs method will make like 40, 50,000 stubs an hour, but you're going to make a lot more consistent stubs coming from the event, because you're going to be grinding like probably 5 or 6 hours And you're going to be getting a rewind pack with a 99 overall Tatis, which is honestly priceless because, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the game. And you're getting so much along the way. So grind that event first, then do my stub method. But that's the next best thing that you guys should be grinding right now is grind the event, grind Battle Royale, and then grind stubs if you haven't already. As far as programs go, some of these are really good. Like, I still think the postseason division series is really good. Obviously, if you haven't done September monthly awards, I would do that. That 99 overall Juan Soto is disgusting. Postseason wild card was just kind of okay. Tops now is kind of fun. So if you're going to grind any of these and you haven't done them already, I would do the division series and I would do the monthly awards. Now, I have a full video on how to do the division series. And if you're wanting to do the September monthly awards, I have a video on that as well, I believe. So just kind of check those out. I can put a playlist at the end of the video. But you're going to want to make sure you're doing some of these. Some of them are really cool and really important, and the rest are just kind of like not so important. Like, I'll honestly, at this point of the year, I've done about half of a lot of these programs just because I'm either not really excited about them or there's just, for example, Juan Soto, I did some of it. My outfield is so stacked that even the Juan Soto doesn't really make my team anymore just because there's just so many cards in the game right now. There's so many cards. September postseason series, like Castellanos, I just think the vision's a little bit small, but like you're getting a lot of stubs along the way. So I took my free stubs and then just finished out. So you can do that too, but definitely these two are the best. If you're grinding from scratch, do the monthly awards because you'll get a really good team in like 2 hours of playing the game. No other game is like that, where you'll get like a manageable team in like 2 hours. You just grind the moments, grind the conquest. It's super simple. But this is kind of everything you should be grinding in the game right now. There's a lot of really good stuff. The last thing I'll kind of talk about is just that core collection is going to be really big. The core collection is going to be really big, okay? So I think that that's going to come in the next like 3 or 4 weeks. I know that we have set 5 around the corner, I believe next Friday, unless I'm wrong. But I believe it's next Friday. Whenever set 5 comes out, one of the things you're going to want to make sure you do before set 5 comes out is you're going to want to sell all of those cards, and I'm probably going to make a video about it, but I would sell your set 3 cards now because they're going to lose a ton of value, especially those like mid cards, like those cards that nobody's ever going to be like, I want to use him for a wild card. Definitely get rid of those guys now because they're going to tank. Like, they're going to tank because they're just going to have no value anymore because there's so many cards like that. Whenever set 5 comes out, set 3 irrelevant, except for whenever set 6 comes out. So, like, if they're moderately good, because I believe, and you can correct me wrong in the comment section down below, I believe set 6 is whenever all of the cards come back. So, like, 99 WBC Trout, like, cards like that Lindor card that I've honestly been missing. Is all these cards are going to be back. So just kind of keep that in mind. But I hope that you boys enjoyed the video. And if you want to see more like this, make sure you smash the like and sub button. I'll talk to you boys later. Have a great rest of your day. And peace.